I'm joined at this hour by two former Indian cricketers, Saba Karim and Sarandeep Singh. Saba, to you first. Virat Kohli looked quite composed when he came out to bat, and in fact he said earlier that he would still have butterflies in his stomach in his 100th test, but once again getting out to a spinner.
Yeah, it's quite strange because it is not the first time that has happened with Virat Kohli. Whenever he has gone out to bat, be it in Test cricket, be it in white ball cricket, he has always looked to be in such fine touch. But unfortunately, once he gets into his 30s and 40s, or at times even after crossing his half century, he has succumbed. So that's why I said it's very strange to see this happening with Virat Kohli. But I can understand, in such a momentous occasion, at times you tend to drift away with the emotion. At times you may lose your concentration. But given the kind of character Virat Kohli has, it is very surprising to see him getting out in this fashion after getting set, after batting so well. And this is the time when he can just step on and, get a big score. And that hasn't happened for the past, almost close to 2 years now, isn't it?
Right. Sarandeep, can you just pinpoint at what exactly is Virat Kohli missing? Is it, the temperament to get big scores, or sheer joy of going out and scoring big hundreds?
Look, if we talk about the temperament he's having, we've seen him before, the way he's batting, but now if we talk about from last 2 years, actually he's not getting big hundreds, what he usually used to do that. So what I feel is sitting outside and judging him, that he's more conscious. He's taking too much of pressure on himself. What I'm thinking, because that's actually a fine, because what standards Virat Kohli is having, he tend to take that pressures also. Even in today, I'm in the stadium, I'm watching him walk away. The walk means he walk like a lion inside, but still I see that there's a body language that he don't have. He looks eager. He keep on leaving the ball. He was so much focused, so much look like that he needs that a big 100, which everyone is looking from him. But sometimes putting so much pressure on you might be sometimes his body is getting tightened up. The way he playing shots, the moving, the wrist, if you see his batting styles. So it looks like that he puts too much of pressure on me, and that too much of thinking going to the mind, he misjudged the ball. You go come in the face, he's playing in the forward, he's playing in the straight line. Suddenly when he start using his wrist to the covers to the mid wicket both sides, which he usually do that when he's in a good form. But now today he just missed such a line. So this wall is actually in front of his toes, and he go back and he missed the line. That's why sometimes if you are too much of thinking batting, but it's easy for me, but still I'm saying Virat, it looks like too much of thinking. That pressure come into his and body has gotten tightened up, and then he tend to be do
Saba,
these things.
you concur with that? Virat Kohli is thinking too much at the moment, which is what is getting to him?
Very difficult for us to comment on that, because only Virat knows what is going on in his mind. But you know what, Rika? I think a couple of days ago, I read a very interesting article by Dev Watmore. Now, Watmore was the under-19 coach when Virat Kohli led the Indian under-19 side to the World Cup triumph. Now, he said during the tournament, there were a number of occasions when Virat went up to him and told him that, you know what, coach, I'm getting into my 30s and 40s, but I'm not able to get onto that big score. And Watmore had only one advice to give him, that you need to harness your energy, and then you can slowly release it so that you can get onto a big score. Maybe the time has come now for Virat to go back to his early days and to try and visualize or put himself or simulate those conditions wherein he gets into 30s and 40s, and then he gets on to get a big score. So this is what learning is all about. And as you evolve as international cricketers, you tend to go back to your roots and find out what is the best thing you would do when you would get into a position like this. Although he has so much of experience, he's had a fabulous international career. But I do feel, Rika, that at times you need to go back on the drawing board just to figure out where you are going wrong.
Sarandeep, you've been in the middle throughout the day, watching Virat Kohli go out, score those 45 runs, and even Rishabh Pant making the occasion memorable by scoring a 96. Describe to my viewers how the atmosphere has been in Mohali.
It was too good, and people are loving to get back into the ground. They are shouting, they're enjoying, especially the way what Rishabh Pant is entertaining them with the way he always did his batting. I think the good thing in Rishabh Pant is he's getting his confidence back. Actually, means I think look at the way the first he go and play these shots, he got out, then a lot of criticism will be happening. But now it's not happening. But everyone knows that that's actually what Rishabh Pant's game is. And the good thing is he knows this is his grade, this is his strength, and he's backing his strength. I think this is why you can see now. You see him is batting. He's now more mature from if we see in South Africa or coming over here. He take a break in which now the way he batted today, he batted so beautifully. I think he get the confidence from the team's sports staff also now. Okay, that's fine. This is your game. You go and play it. You don't need to worry. Don't think too much of things. Just go and play. I think this is why Rishabh Pant is getting better and better now.
Well, Virat Kohli has also been waiting to play his 100th test since South Africa, and it is here now. He's batted in the first innings, scored 45 runs. He is yet to bat in the second innings, but most importantly, the wait for his 71st test century continues. Thank you very much, Saba and Sarandeep, for joining me at this hour.